Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to introduce to you the Lorain City Schools Titans Marching Band Class of 2023. Walking down the track, you will see Kylie Adam, percussion, accompanied by her mother, Connie Adam, her aunt, Bonnie Colson, family friend, Barbie Washington, and a friend, Bobby Sears. Next, you will see trombone player Riley Altman, accompanied by Riley's mother, Kelly Altman, and a brother, Julian Altman. Next, you will see our drum major, Philip Calviel, accompanied by mother, Kelly Altman, friend, Isabella Cruz, friend, Lisa Cruz, and friend, Gigi Cruz. Next is Arelis Cruz, trombone player, accompanied by Johanna Santiago. Next we have flute player Nyasia Davila, accompanied by her grandmother Sylvia Martinez and her grandfather, Fred Martinez. Next, we have Anaya Hamlin walking down the track, accompanied by mother, Priscilla Sutphin, dad, Spencer Hamlin, sister, Elena Hamlin, sister, Asia Hamlin, and brother, Spencer Hamlin III. Who plays clarinet, by the way. Next, we have Miss Drum Major, Janiyah Johnson. Janiyah tonight is accompanied by mother, Evelyn Tucker, and her grandparents, Jack Tucker and Marilyn Hughes, sister, Journey Johnson, sister, Justice Johnson, brother, Jesus Johnson, and her father, Rodney Johnson. If you look to the north end of the track, you will see Madison Jones, flute player, piccolo to be precise, accompanied by her mother, Michelle Jones, her father, Matt Jones, and her grandfather, Bob Jones. Next we have Jonathan Henke. Our baritone player is accompanied by his mother, Takesha Henke, his dad, Christopher Henke, his brother, Jane Henke, and his other brother, Jacob Henke. Next, you will see trumpet player Ashley Murphy, accompanied by mother, Barbara Murphy, father, William Murphy, and boyfriend, Ben Cruz. Our next senior tonight is Ariella Nielsen. Our flute player, Ariella, is accompanied by her mother, April Cecil, her brother, Christian Cecil, and Liana Cecil. Next, we have senior trumpet player Sivo and homecoming king. Sivo is accompanied by his Lorain City Schools teachers who have contributed to his education. For preschool, we have Ross. First grade, we have Spataro. Second grade, we have Barlock. Third grade, Barabek. Sixth grade, Gajovic. Ninth grade, Starkey. 10th grade, Bernal. 12th grade, Ferguson. Gifted, Barbosa. And mentor Benjamin Sensei Brown and Principal Jones. Next we have flute player Jasmine Horacio, accompanied by her mother Minerva, father Miguel, sister Alexi, brother Miguel, brother Eddie, brother Juan. The Horacio family. Next is flag twirler Kylie Pena. Kylie is accompanied by her father George Pena and her mother Krista Pena. Next is senior quad player. You will see at the north end of the field, Francisco Rosario. Francisco is accompanied by Francisco Sr. and Amari Rosario as his parents, as well as Angel and Alex Beauchamp, the oldest brother, and Antonio Rosario, the youngest brother. Next, we have senior trumpet player, Manuel Sanchez. Manuel is accompanied by Manuel Sanchez Sr., Manny's dad, Maria Sanchez, mother, Samuel Sanchez, brother, and Selena Sanchez, sister, and flute player. Next, we have flag corps Diana Torres. Diana is accompanied by Diana's mom, Diana Berry, her uncle, Richard Berry, her brother, Santino Torres, her sister, Allison Berry, and her friend, Parker Capranica. And finally, we have our final senior, Zaylin Wilhelm. Zaylin plays the trumpet, and Zaylin is accompanied by her dad, Michael Wilhelm, and her mother, Bernadette Wilhelm. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for our senior class of 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Lorain City Schools 2023 2022 edition of the Lorain High School Titans Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the Lorain High School alma mater and remain standing for the presentation of colors and the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the south end of George Daniel Field. To honor America, please stand for the presentation of our nation's colors by the Lorain High School Titans Battalion Army Junior ROTC Cadet Color Guard. The color guard tonight consists of Cadet Private Second Class Rivera, Cadet Private Second Class Curry, Cadet Private Second Class Ortiz, Cadet Private Second Class Marrero, Cadet Sergeant First Class Matos, and Battalion Color Guard is under the command of Cadet First Sergeant Morgan. Remain standing for the playing of our national anthem by the Lorain High School Marching Band under direction of Mr. Theodore Terriu. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to George Daniel Field, home of the Lorain High Titans. Lorain City Schools, the Superintendent, Board of Education, Principal, and Booster Club of Lorain High School would like to extend you a very cordial welcome. We are pleased that you're this evening to enjoy this exciting contest. Lorain High School and Medina High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. The athletes in this game are friendly rivals. While play may be fierce, all in attendance are reminded this is a game between youngsters and that sporting behavior is expected by all. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The officials for tonight's game are referee Adrian Foster, umpire William Brown, head linesman Carlton Darrell, line judge Asian Blackman, and back judge Randy Green.
Good evening and welcome to George Daniel Field. Fall is in the air, and soon the air will also be filled with footballs. Jay Ferguson, Tom Bauer here to bring you tonight's game between the Titans of Lorain and the Medina Bees. Tom, this is going to be an interesting evening.
It will certainly be the upset of the year all over the state of Ohio if Lorain can pull this one out. Well, that's all you got to say.
Medina comes in 7-1. Their only loss to Avon. They lost 43-42. Their junior quarterback, Danny Stoddard, leads the country in passing, averaging 390 yards per game passing. Well, is that all they do? Well, they do hand it off 4.5 times a game, Tom.
but he also is their leading ball
He's
carrier.
Their leading rusher as well.
Yeah.
So you would have thought a big step back after last year. They lost Mr. Football. Drew Aller is at Penn State and getting some
playing time
as a freshman quarterback. But that's not the case. And we're going to get to see them coming right out of the gate as they won the toss. and elected to receive. The Titans will kick from the south end of the field. There is a rather strong wind blowing down on the field. It will affect the kicking game most of all.
And I watched pregame, and Medina has a strong kicker.
Right.
I think did Lorain kick a field goal against Shaker, and his extra point won the Garfield game. So
no, Reggie Johnson. I was talking to Coach Creel before the game while he was warming up, and he's one of the nice finds for the year. The junior, number 20, will put instep into ball, and we are underway at the George. Bouncing along the ground, picked up there. That is Ethan Burke, 27, out across the 40, near the 44. Hyro Williams was one of the Titans in on the tackle. And you know what, Tom?
Yeah.
The very first play, I used the wrong roster, and Medina doesn't have a 27 on their roster. I hate it when that happens. Apologies to that young man. So here we go. Number 19, Danny Stoddard is the quarterback. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. That's why you don't hand it off much. There's nobody back there with him. Motion now. Changes the strength of the formation. Whips it over the middle. Strike across the 50, inside the 45. That was Brennan Schramm, his leading receiver, and a first-team All-Ohio last year. They move the sticks, and they're ready to play. Look-in pass again. Finishing the run was Jack Wojak. Knocked down there by the Titans defense, just shy of a first down. They're ready to go.
We mentioned the quarterback last year. He was a throwing the bomb kind of quarterback. This quarterback looks like he's like short passing game and expect some yards after the catch.
Well, he's 3 for 3 to 3 different receivers. That was Austin Knowles, and he's got a first down. And just like that, they're inside the 30, right at the 25, 1st and 10.
Boy, they play up tempo too. They're ready to go.
Trying to get an idea if they're signaling patterns in. He comes up under pressure now. He's going to run it and pull down, but not before he gains about 4 yards. That's a big running play for Medina.
Yeah, that was a nice little tackle over there too.
Yes, it was.
23, Jeremiah Lopez.
So give him 3, 2nd and 7. I mean, he gets a full 7 yards behind center. So he's got one step, and he's ready to go, and he's got a man, and that's going to be a touchdown. That was number 4, Brennan Schramm, the All-Ohio wide receiver. That took a minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah. 4 for 4 passing. No pass went over, 15 yards at the most? Yeah, but they spent some yards after catch.
The extra point attempt. Snap back, ball down, kick away.
Hit the buses, maybe.
Yeah, that was, as we said, and it's just like that. It's 7-0 Medina. Titans will get the ball for the first time coming out.
Now, if I look at any Medina's weakness, and maybe defense, and what our strategies used to be way back in the old day, if a team was a passing team, that means your pass defense was usually pretty good. Because every day in practice, you practice. So I'm hoping Lorain can run the ball successfully against them and maybe keep the ball and keep them off the offensive field.
Well, I mean, I think that's what you have to do with them. I mean, the game they lost to Avon was obviously a back-and-forth affair, but Avon was 400 yards on the ground to 600 yards in the air.
And Avon was probably scoring quickly and putting them right back on the field, giving them another chance. Yeah.
So set to kick for Medina, Michael Gillespie, number 85. I would say they've kicked off a few times this year, Tom.
I think they're averaging almost 50 points a game.
Kick is away. That's into the wind. Over his head, it's going to bounce at the 5. He waved it off, but now he's down. That's a live ball. You
can't wave it off. It's not.
It was covered eventually by Rico Anderson. I think he lost track of where he was, and not much worse could happen for the Titans than this start.
Well, you see that happen a lot in the pros, and that they kind of wave it off, but it's always in the end zone when you do that.
You know, if it's a punt, you wave it off, thinking it's going in the end zone. But that football's a free ball, and as the case, now the Titans will start on their 4.
Yeah, horrible start.
Chase Davis, number 9, is the quarterback. Number 5, John Solomon, is back there with him. Solomon is on a wing right now as the Titans go empty backfield. 4 receivers to the near side as Joseph Wyatt is the 4th receiver. They look over. Hyro Williams is out here, and then outside of him is number 12, Noah Buchanan. Early frustration for Lorain's offense as incorrect personnel caused them to call a timeout with 10:38 to go in the first quarter.
You know, I think this is what happens in a situation like this. They have some plays scripted, but those don't work when you're on your own 4-yard line.
Right.
They're hoping they were on the 20 to run that script that they probably had been working on in practice.
And it looked like a little bit of a new formation as I don't believe that wingback Ryan DiBernardo is in uniform tonight. So they'll have a little bit different alignment. Right now, Solomon is lined up as the wing. Rico Anderson alone on the far side. Davis has them set now, and they're ready to play. Quick throw. Hyro Williams. Hyro's got a block. Hyro's got the corner. 30, 40, pulled down at the 45. Give him the 46. 42 yards and a first down for Hyro Williams.
That was the longest pass of the night.
We have a flag.
I see the officials are calling everyone back.
Holding Titans.
Wow.
So instead of a first down at the 46, it'll be a first down at the 2.
Yeah, negates a great play.
Yeah, that's just exactly what you needed there.
Yeah.
So we'll do it again. In fact, it was downfield. So they spotted at the 5. It's a gain of 1, 1st and 9.
It must have been one of those receivers.
It must have been at the 10.
Must have been one of the receivers.
Davis looks. Davis sails it.
Tried
to back shoulder T.J. Williams. Unable to come up with it.
And Cairo was even further downfield, but I think he was open, but only because the pass was short to the short receiver.
So that'll make it 2nd and 9.
Wyatt's coming
comes out.
Because they put the running back
Salmon is in the backfield. Slot to the far side is Hyro Williams. Rico Anderson outside of him. Can't tell who's on the wing. Give to Solomon straight ahead. Got a hole. He's got a first down and more. Solomon, 25, pulled down at the 27. That was a nice job by the 3 guys inside.
That's the kind of game I hope Lorain can play successfully.
65, Evan Rikovic, the right guard.
Well, they got the wing is wide open.
Yes, he is.
For a short little pass. I see signals coming in from the coach.
There's the same play they started with to the other side. Hyro contained that time, going to get a short gain. out to the 32.
Down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, this is not the game I thought Lorain would be playing, but see if they get some success on this. I think what you'll start seeing is that that linebacker coming up closer to the wings, the slots.
Salmon straight ahead. That time, not much there.
He still didn't go. Finally got him down.
They're going to spot him for a short gain of 1 out to the 34. Let's make it the 33, excuse me. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Jeremiah Lopez is coming in at the wing back. Solomon comes out. Osir Kimball comes in. Now Osir Kimball comes out. We've got 5. Okay.
Yeah, they got
We're
5
good.
receivers out there.
With DiBernardo not being out there, it's caused some adjustments in the alignments. Wyatt in motion, keeper straight ahead, Chase Davis. 2 yards, not much more. And it'll be 4th down and 3. It looks like the offense is staying on the field. Or are they?
They are, but they've short punted out of this formation a few times.
Is that Joseph Wyatt taking the snap? Or is that Osir Kimball taking the snap?
It's certainly not Davis.
Osir Kimball cuts it up. Osir Kimball out to the 50, 1st down. 15 yards on 4th and 3. How do you like me now?
That will move the chains and be down and 10.
Guys, if this Medina team has one weakness, it is their defense.
Yeah,
Well,
we said
that's a
that,
big one.
and we're hoping that Lorain can keep the ball and keep them off the field where their strength is.
And that voice you heard was Parker Kapronica down on the sidelines for TV 20. 1st and 10, Lorain. Davis again. Oops. Now it's going to be 1st and 15.
Jumping too soon.
Kimball got excited behind Davis, and when the motion man started, he did too. As soon as you put 2 in motion, they're going to say, hey, you can't do that. So it'll be 1st and 15 at the 45. Second penalty on the Titans. The first one, of course, negated a 40-yard completion on the first play of the game.
I see one of the linebackers in 25, who's that, Morris Bryce. You can tell linebackers when they're getting ready to blitz. They're up on their toes. They're leaning forward. Here they come.
Yep. Chase Davis, and they had no chance, and that was from the outside.
Yeah.
That was Preston Pennington, the outside linebacker on the far side. He just came around everyone.
So when you have those linebackers up there jumping and jumping, ready to go, that means they're putting 6 in the box. You can't block 6 when you only got 5 linemen.
Right, and
yeah.
You know, we may have completed a couple passes, but I think Medina has seen enough of Lorain to know what we want to do.
Their strength is their running game. And here comes, they're going to come from.
2nd and 18, I would think everybody but the bus driver might be on the way now.
Yeah, Bryce is kind of coming from the outside.
They've really overloaded this side. Pass out on the swing pass to Salmon, and he's hitting the backfield.
See, they're going to have
Concept is good, but Hyro Williams is 140 pounds trying to block that guy flying by.
That's what you have to do. You got to get a block on him.
Right.
You can run that play without blocking him well. Or keep that ball behind the quarterback so you can block him downfield.
Right.
And don't let him penetrate that far.
Well, you can block him downfield as long as the pass is behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, but I think the blocker waited for the man rather than going to get him. It's Wyatt in motion. Chase Davis steps up. Chase Davis pulls it down, and then there's Pennington again, 17 after a short gain.
Here comes the punt team.
Now,
so yeah,
they've now. The one thing I noticed when I was down on the field with the punt team is that the snap was moving in the wind.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing you have to do is make sure.
Nice
that
snap.
was a nice clean snap, and kick is away. Kick is short. Fair catch called for and made. That was Brennan Schramm. You might as well send your All-Ohio guy back there to catch it.
Yeah.
Spotted at the 34. Second service game for Stoddard and the air raid. I wonder how many times Medina has punted this year.
Yeah. We'll see. 7 is in motion.
Four times.
4 times. Thank you, Parker. There's Stoddard going to pull it down and pick up a short gain. That counts as a run.
Yeah.
He's got 2 carries for 7 yards. And when you see that happen, and that's a good job by the defense.
The pass coverage was there. That was a coverage made him run.
And I think that was Rico Anderson came up in the corner and made the tackle. Short pass and catch will be a first down at the 45. Lopez was there along with Anderson. That looked like Wojak, number 6. They just bring whole new groups of receivers in.
And
they're going to almost huddle. They just, you know what they're doing? They're making sure they got the right 11.
Here's the quarterback coming off the sidelines. He was getting instructions from the coach.
They have punted 4 times on the season. Poor kid's not going to let her. That's a tight formation right there. It's a toss sweep. Well, they want to establish something, and they did. That's a big run right there. That's going to go to the house. 55 yards for a touchdown. Now they're holding everybody up. There's holding Medina, so that's going to come back. That was Wojak, the wide receiver, lined up 7 yards deep as a tailback. And I don't know how many times Stoddard's gone under center this year.
Yeah.
But
what did we say? He had how many handoffs?
44 handoffs.
Now they're to 45
so
now.
that was a gain of 2 because it was 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So they mark it back to the 47, and it's 1st and 8.
It was one of those wide receivers downfield and doing a nice job blocking, but, holds you back.
7-0 Medina, 3:22 to go, first quarter.
Same formation.
Now they changed the power of the formation. Let's see if they toss it the other way. Yep, same play. Student body right. That's better. Tracy Huff, 49, one of the first Titans on the spot, along with 90 Julius Manning. So fool me once, shame on me, but not twice.
That tailback, he was lined up 10 yards behind the quarterback.
And back to the gun, 5 receivers out, loads it up, and first down yards. That is number 2, Austin Knowles. Austin Knowles is their third receiver, second receiver. He's got 52 catches on the year. Listen to these numbers for their top 3. 8 games played. Stram, 70 catches. Knowles, 52 catches. And Wojak, 47 as they loaded up again. And he's got a man out there, but he overthrew him. And he was looking for Knowles again that time.
We know, I read one of their things on their website that all of the receivers are in their state-ranked 400 relay team.
Okay.
So that means they all have speed.
Yep. That 400 is a man's race, I'll tell you that.
Their little bunch over there on the left side. So
they break the bunch and bring 3 to the wide side. He's going to look short side, come back near side to the screen. Down the middle, and this is trouble, and this is big trouble, and there's that speed you talked about, Tom. Brennan Schramm goes 41 yards for the score.
Yeah.
Well,
look at that downfield blocking they had on that screen there.
They're just beautiful.
Yeah.
Schramm's second touchdown of the quarter with 2:21 to go. The extra point will be on its way from Gleske. Snap is high, kick is away, kick is good into the tailgate party.
Over the tailgate, almost to the buses. Yeah. Well, you had Danny started. He was their receiver last year for thing, and he said that helped him learn where the receiver is going to be and all things. Him being a receiver himself,
sure.
But of course, he came in as backup and still passed for 800 yards last year as a backup quarterback.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
So 14-0 Medina here with 2:21 to go in the first quarter. And the Danny Stoddard show has been as advertised. I think he's missed one pass, and that was the long one.
Yeah.
But he just overthrew.
Yeah, 8 attempts, 7 completions.
Trying to, and 2 touchdowns. And high short kick. That's going to bounce. Picked up at the 15. This is TJ Williams. TJ's going to be treated rather rudely about the time he gets to the 25. And that's where the Titans will take over.
Much better than their first start, though, at the 4.
I wonder if that was a mishit or if that was intentional, the kickoff.
Oh, only going that far, that deep?
Now, that is into the wind. The wind kind of is a crosswind blowing from our side of the field toward the Titan locker room. And as soon as I say that, I look out and the flag's blowing the other way, so it's.
But it was blowing when that kick was high and pushed back. Lorain is
Titans again late getting people on the field. Second possession. Salmon straight ahead. They're not even looking at the motion man. And that, again, that's the outside linebacker, Preston Pennington. He's just looking at Salmon. Loss of 2.
Well, you can see Solomon made some after the Shaker game, moved up in the stats. I read in the paper.
There's a big run.
And
Salmon's away. Salmon to the 50, the 40, the 30. One man to beat, and he pulled up.
Well,
Salmon down to the 14, and I don't know if he caught a little bit of a cramp there.
Yeah, I know he's motioning to the coach.
Yeah. Just as soon as you said, and there's nicely blocked, and he made the nice move inside that defensive end. So Kimball is in the backfield now with Davis. They look to the sidelines. 1st and 10 on the 14.
You can't waste this down here.
Parker, could you tell what happened there?
See, for me, it didn't look like he was going to make it all the way end zone, but the pull-up was weird. I'm assuming it was a cramp.
Okay.
I'm going to try to figure it out, though.
Yeah, I think he would have been tackled.
I didn't think he was going to score, but it looked like he just had a little hitch there at the end. And John has had cramp cramping problems all season. And he's got a little bit of a limp as I see him on the sideline. He's wearing that big knee brace on the left knee that he hurt last year that cost him the whole season. Straight ahead, Kimball, inside the 10, down near the, let's call it the 8. Third down and make it 4. Kimball finished that run pretty well.
Yeah, Medina has the 4-man defensive line, so 2 linebackers and 2 outsides. It's going to be hard to run against it without great blocking here.
Straight ahead, Kimball had trouble with the handoffs, going to have the first down inside the 5 down to about the 3. That should about do, well, the Titans can run one if they want because the clock stops to move the stick.
Just a heads up for you guys, that was John Solomon back in the game.
Oh, was it?
Okay.
Okay. I didn't see that. Thank you. And that's good to see. That'll do it. We've played one at the George. The air raid Medina Bees 14, Titans threatening. We'll be back with more after this timeout.
Well,
Back here at George Daniel, 1st and goal for Lorain at the 3-yard line, south end of the field. That's the sounds of the Medina band you hear between quarters. Chase Davis is out there at QB. He's got John Solomon next to him. They look to the sideline. Chase runs up to the line to change the play. Straight ahead, Solomon hit the hole, not much there. Now they rugby scrum it. I'm going to give him
a yard or 2.
Well, if the official on the far side's to be believed, he's at the 1. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Let's see where they put it. Yep, right at the 1-yard line.
This would be a nice time to go up under center and
sneak
it in.
They look over again.
This is also the time they used to put in
the offense.
The Wilson, Luke would go in there for the big, big blocking back.
Yeah, I put Wilson and Manning in several times in this situation.
Well, I think a lineman moved. Lineman moved.
Oh, my. Offsides Medina. How about that? Well,
we see
we pick up 18 inches instead of lose 5 yards.
All we could see was the back of the Lorain lineman, so we didn't see what happened in front of him.
And, of course, in high school, you can't cross the line of scrimmage on defense without it being a penalty. Solomon straight ahead. Solomon to the house.
Yeah.
John Solomon has had quite a year for Lorain.
Yes, he has.
For a guy that was out all of last year with a knee injury, and now another one of the real nice finds for Lorain. Reggie Williams on to attempt the extra point. Reggie's had a couple of field goals on the year. big extra point
Yeah.
to defeat Garfield Heights 15-14. Of course, the other find right there, holder Chase Davis, who has come in to make a difference as the QB. Kick is away.
And good.
Kick is through.
Nice
And
kick.
just like that, with 1 second short of 11 minutes in the half, it's 14-7 Medina. Well, that was a very nicely executed drive.
Took the long run. Yeah. But John, I don't know exactly where he stands in the county for rushing, but he's over 1,000 yards. He's moving up in the ranks. And I think he had some long runs against
Well, he had an
Shaker.
84-yarder the first time he touched the ball at Shaker. So 14-7, Titans answer back. I was going to say they may be state ranked, but they don't get to come up that far. Two of their linemen were up across the 50 to the 45. Williams trying to get them ready to go. Look at this. That's interesting.
Yeah, I never seen that.
Kick is away. Short kick spins back to Braden Walker.
I think he went to his knee.
About the 35. You know, one of the issues when you're a young team and not a deep team are special teams.
Yes, yeah.
And you don't because especially on the kickoff when everybody is all spread out, just one weakness can result in a big play. So you've got to find tricky ways to kick the ball off, and I think that was what they were trying to do there, was put it in a hole. And
I think they were hoping it went over his head and empty that little area around the 20-yard line. Let it bounce a couple times.
The Stoddard show screen pass, that's the one they scored onto a different receiver, and he's off, and he's going to score. 65 yards, Jack Wojcik. So that took 24 seconds after Lorain scored.
Yeah.
Stoddard stats, the one thing that you obviously can't see on a stat sheet is the way they play. And his eye control and the way he looks off linebackers is amazing.
You could see you could see that they've put some work into the screen game, as the last two passes he's thrown have been short little screen passes that have gone for 41 and 65 yards. Gleski puts it through, and it's 21-7.
Yeah, like I said earlier in the broadcast, last year's Alter, is that his
Aller.
Aller was a long, throw the bomb a lot. That's what got him to Penn State. But
he had a big arm.
This Drew here, he throws very accurate, very short, very quick passes, but it's great blocking like in the last two screens.
And don't fool yourself to thinking that he doesn't have
a great arm,
real strong arm. I don't know that he's got the 50-yard downfield arm. We've only seen him try once, and he overthrew it. But it's also a windy night. He can wing the football.
Yeah.
He's got one incompletion on the evening and 3 touchdowns. So
I wonder how many yards.
9 and 10? 9 out of 10?
He's you got him 8 out of 9.
8 out of 9. Okay.
Just so you know, that extra point kick went at the concession stand on the other side of the stadium.
Lucky it didn't go over the wall. Yeah.
Nacho cheese on it. Well, Gleski to put foot into ball, and that one is with the wind, and that one might be there with it. That one hitting the center of the O in Lorain, and for the touchback. That's such a nice weapon to have.
A kicker like that, get put in the end zone.
I get so frustrated watching teams get fancy with kickoffs. If
Yeah.
I think I would kick the ball into the end zone every play. Number one, it's the most dangerous play in the game in terms of injury.
Yeah.
And number two, bad things can happen when kickoffs get returned.
I watched the Ohio State game the last week. They're always trying to put it down in that,
I know,
corner.
In that corner.
Yeah.
Exactly. Davis is alone in the backfield now. It looks like he's got Salmon on the wing. They look over. Davis, quick bubble screen to Hyro Williams. Hyro makes a move, going to get about 3.
Yeah, the difference between Lorain's passing game, they don't have that screen kind of attitude where they're getting all their linemen over there in front of them.
And a lot of that's comfort of the quarterback, too. Stoddard had to stand in there when they released the defensive lineman last play and throw around through or over him. And he's 6'2", and Chase is not. Davis, nice pitch and catch there. 20 out to the 28-yard line. That is Tyler Taylor.
That was the first reception for him.
Yes, it is.
In a long time.
So 3rd down and 2. Wyatt comes out. Lopez in at the wing.
Got to pick up a 1st down to keep them off the field. That's what I would.
It'll be interesting here.
Yeah, but Medina got the box. Look, they got 8 people in the box here, and coming off that edge.
Salmon now they blew that up on the line. They got into the Titan lineman and closed the hole by pushing them back, and Salmon never had a chance, lost a yard. So it's going to be 4th down and 3.
Yeah, they're bringing those linebackers, and that's you have no gaps to run through.
Well, look at this.
I can understand the strategy. They're scoring from
whether they score from 65 or 30.
Yeah. There's a big gap over there. He didn't run.
Solomon, 1st down and more.
And
Solomon out near the 40, across the 40 to the 41. So the 4th down gamble pays off for the 2nd time tonight. Solomon again comes up hobbling. They wind the clock with 8:22 to go.
Keep Lopez in. Oh.
Now Solomon comes off. 5 wides for Lorain.
I'm worried about number 71. Officials may not say he's on the line of scrimmage.
He is a full yard.
The Villa, yeah.
Hyro Williams too tall for him, and that was broken up by the rush. Chase had to get it over the linebacker coming on that side. You don't have to get there to disrupt the passing game, and that's what that was right there.
Taylor was doing a job blocking, so if they would have made the catch, it looked like it would have been a successful play.
8:19 to go, clock stopped, 2nd quarter, 21-7 Medina over Lorain. Same play, this time for Taylor. Taylor cuts it up. Taylor's across the 45 to the 47.
Made a nice catch on that.
Yes, he did.
Made a nice catch.
It's going to make it 3rd and manageable. 3rd and, let's call it 3 at the 48.
See, Solomon's back in.
And Wyatt comes out.
But he doesn't get into, here we are. So I'm looking at Jairo Williams over there. I think I could get him a pass Can he make the sticks? That's the question.
It's going to be Solomon. Solomon straight ahead. Has a first down and more inside the 45. That'll move the sticks. 21-7 as the Titans go on the move to try and answer. Wouldn't it be nice to take about 7 minutes and 20 seconds to score from here? Solomon comes out, and we go 5 wide.
Wyatt's over there in the slot.
That's T.J. Williams to the far side, I believe, 17. Not sure where Rico. Swing pass out to Wyatt, and he was running before he caught it.
Yeah.
Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10, and Chase Davis is down.
I didn't see him get hit. Did he?
I didn't either.
Twist anything?
I did not either.
Well, without Wyatt.
Wyatt's.
Diaz was the backup.
I got to believe that we'll go to the Wildcat here if this is a temporary thing. The trainers are out.
I didn't see a replay on that.
I did not see what happened at all. I don't want to speculate. The Titans are huddled. Let's see. Here it is. Oh, he got rolled up on.
His own man?
I think. Yeah, his own man got rolled up under him.
Yeah, he got pushed by
a defensive lineman.
Yeah, pushed him. Nothing dirty.
No,
just,
no. Just kind of a football thing. Situation 2nd and 10. 7 minutes and 1 second to go in the half. Davis is up. He's hobbling off. It's hard to tell because he's walking better with every step, but he's not walking well.
If you got a twisted ankle, sometimes they tell you can walk it off, but sometimes if it's a high sprain, you can't walk it off. Yeah, put Tracy on it and see if she can do some magic.
Now, the way they're operating there, trying to do some balance stuff work with him. Now it is the Wildcats.
Yep.
Solomon comes in as the QB. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. It'd surprise everybody in Lorain if he threw it. Here comes Hyro Williams. Fake the handoff. Flag.
Flag on the play.
That's going to come back. It's going to be about a 7-yard gain. I don't think we were set.
I wonder if he went a little forward on his motion, but I didn't think so. I thought he was running backwards. Or at least parallel.
Well, whatever it was, it didn't count. No flag.
Okay.
And you know what I think it might have been now that I look at it? We might have had too many men on the line of scrimmage if we were going to throw a pass. Because inside guy covered up.
Yeah.
But right now, Hyro is pushing the wide guy off the line, and I don't think they did that last time. That's Solomon behind a Wyatt cut down.
First down, maybe?
No, just short of the 35, which is where they have to get. It's going to bring up another 4th down.
They've made a couple already. This is only inches. Yeah. Again, you have to snap it back.
There's a whistle and a clock stoppage. I'm not sure. The officials definitely stopped the clock with 6:23 to go. They're going to measure? I thought the ball was on the line.
Well,
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I watched the guys put the field down. The lines are straight.
A lot of times it's where that middle man puts his
The clip.
Yep.
That clip guy doesn't matter the whole game unless there's a measurement. Then he's the most important man on the field. And they are about the length of a football short. I wonder if Coach Creel called from the sideline for that.
I got a couple stories about asking officials for measurements, but they take too long to tell.
Oh.
And I don't want to embarrass Coach Providence.
I was going to say Barry Buck has one that.
It was the same one. That's the one Barry tells.
The wrong end of the chain?
Yeah, about Providence.
Now they start the clock. Titans are set on the line. 4th and call it a foot. Just 3 down linemen for Medina.
I would send
Now there's a timeout. Well, this is too big of a situation to not take a timeout. Now, I see Luke Wilson out there in the huddle with the Wild, and Julius Manning was in the game. And here comes
53. That's Buchanan.
That was Isaiah Ray, 52.
Okay, 52. All right.
We'll see what happens here. With you can almost eliminate the chance of a pass because John Salmon is running the Wildcat. Nope, now Chase Davis is back. Excuse me.
But
So here comes the big guy offense. Manning and Wilson will be in the backfield along with Davis and Salmon.
Everyone has a name for this. Some people call it the jumbo. Some people call it the, I've seen someone call it the big elephant offense. Got your big blockers in there. Remember Chicago Bears used to have the refrigerator Perry in there.
That's what started it all.
And they go to the wings rather than the back.
Gibbs straight ahead. He's got a first down and more. Inside 3rd, 20 to the corner and out of bounds near the 15.
That was that nice little read because that was destined for off the guard, and he just broke it wide.
Well, Julius Manning did a great job pushing the pile in.
Yes. That's why he jumped out to the wing to push everything down.
Great read by Salmon, but Julius Manning collapsed the line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Lorain at the 14. One thing, now they're going to stick with the heavy jumbo or whatever we want to call it. Well, I think they only have 2 plays, right and left out of this.
And let the tailback make the read where the blocking's at.
And Salmon did a good job after contact here because he's contacted in the backfield and ran through an arm tackle for about 4 yards.
And what's nice, they're both big guys, are eligible receivers because you could probably sneak Luke out there in the flats.
Well, you've got Salmon out now, and Wyatt is in the backfield. So Joseph's going to carry. Joseph didn't hit the hole with the same authority. Now Osir Kimball comes in along with 33 Noah Smith. The big guys come out.
And Medina jumps back into a real
basic defense on 3rd and 8.
Exactly.
This would be a big, big conversion for Lorain here. Davis into the corner. He read an out, and the receiver ran an in, just not on the same page with Noah Buchanan, and it's 4th down.
Here comes a field goal team.
Is it? Yes, it is.
That's nice, giving him some confidence. after he kicked that nice little extra point.
So this will be 30 yards. At this end of the field, this is going to test his range.
Yes.
Chase Davis is the holder. Reggie Williams from 30.
There's always fakes, too, now.
Kick is away. Kick has plenty of distance, but he pulled it.
Yeah.
He pulled it.
Yeah.
Sacrificed a little accuracy for distance. So Titans threaten but hold. 21-7 as Medina takes over.
I'm glad they tried that, to tell you the truth.
You know what?
Yeah, it gives them all the confidence in the world.
Yeah. And that boot was plenty long.
Yes.
And that, unfortunately, watching Reggie warm up, that's the way the wind is pushing the ball at that end. And it had that hook, and the wind caught it and sailed it wide. So, the Stoddard Show is back on the field, 80 yards from pay dirt with 4:27 to go, and a 21-7 lead already. Straight back, Stoddard going to air it out. He's got a man flying, but he overthrew him again. That was Daniel Toth, I believe, number 3. That's his second miss, and they've both been on the fly variety.
We used to use a different strategy.
Well, that was 7, excuse me. Carlos
back in the day.
Corchado.
I would elaborate on that after this play.
Now they'll come back to the look-in stuff. Oh, they faked the bubble screen to the near side, and there is the look-in. Complete out 20-yard gain, and that is Austin Knowles.
Back in the old Stillman, when we were playing against a great quarterback, we would rush more people. We would sometimes rushing 6, maybe even 7 sometimes, because you got to put all the heat on him. You know, you got to rush more than they can block.
Snap back, and he's got it again. He's got a man. He had to come and wait for it, or that would have been a score. He got behind Taylor, who was hobbling after the last play, made the catch. That was Knowles yet again. Yeah. And just like that, 2 completions in there on the 19. So they've gone 61 yards in the 2 plays. 3 plays with the incompletion. Yeah. Screen pass. This is a different. They defensed it better that time. That was Cameron Hathaway, 81. He got about 5 or 6. And you can see that they're just running different people in and out.
Yeah.
Put it up in the corner.
Knowles.
Touchdown, Knowles. Wow, what a catch that was. From the 12. That was a pitch and a catch. That's trusting your receiver.
That he can out-jump the defensive back, which he did.
And the only question in my mind was, did he get down? And we had certainly no look at that whatsoever. The official was right there. Once again, Gleski is in. He certainly letters to kick off an extra point guy. What are we doing? Okay, set to go. Medina with the kind of contingent you would expect from a team with their recent success. And that one into the kids in front of the concession stand as well. 28-7 Medina with 3:30 to go in the half.
Can Lorain have a 6 or 7 play drive to take the 3 minutes off the clock?
They get the ball coming out.
Yeah. But you got to make do with this one.
Lorain has made a lot of first downs tonight. I mean, I think they're 3 of 3 on 4th down.
I think they are. Solomon's had maybe 100 yards already. He had some.
Oh, sure.
2 or 3
he
long
had
runs.
He had a 60-yarder.
Yeah.
and he had a long run on the first series after the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So Gillespie will once again put instep into ball at the 40-yard line. Kimball and Anderson are deep for Lorain. Second level will be Buchanan and Williams. Well, this one last time went into orbit. Yeah. That's the longest flight you can get without a movie, Tom.
Yeah.
Into the end zone once again for the touchback.
And there's no running out of the end zone like the old days.
As soon as
either.
it crosses over, it's dead. So 3:30 to go. Titans trail 28-7. And the offense has been effective. They threatened the last series and were inside the 20 before missing a field goal. Well, they haven't punted, have they? No.
Yes, one time it was a
punt?
fair
Yes, there was.
catch.
It was a fair catch. You're right. It was with the wind in the first quarter. Davis with Solomon.
Uh-oh.
Too many moving parts is going to cost them 5. And this is what happens with guys playing out of position and young players. Brings it back to the 15. Beautiful night for week 9, Tom.
Yes, it is. Yeah. The cool weather's coming in.
Next week's it. Wow. Davis, bubble screen knocked away from behind. I think Williams had that, but the defender came in and got a hand on it. I think it was number 8, Talon Holvey.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned about teams that play against a passing team. The defense, those kids probably practice that all week long against their own team, knowing when to come up, read the quarterback a little bit. It's hard to pass against a passing team.
Now the Titans get Taylor back on the field and have their 11.
I can see the defensive back over the cornerback is sending signals into the slot people, so even the defense are making calls out here.
3:26 to go, and the clock is stopped, but the hand is up. They're not going to get this off. Yeah, I could see him counting before we were set. So it's going to cost another 5, and now you're in danger zone time. It's 2nd and 20 with 3:26 to go, and the last thing in the world you want to do is give the ball back to Medina before the half. Now there's a timeout for Lorain Burns, its last one, and why not? Back-to-back mistakes. I'm not sure. Coach Creel, not sure what he's arguing about. The VAC judge was counting as Davis was talking to the offensive lineman. So
pretty soon, I think they're going to make a mandatory 30-second clock.
Well, it's just like the shot clock in basketball. It's an unfunded mandate because it's one more person on the officiating crew.
But
unless you're going to have the hometown guy do it, which is what some of the schools do now that have it.
Yeah, some places you go, they do have a clock that you can see, and you know where you're at.
I don't know if it's official. Sandusky is one. At some place we played this year had one at one end of the field, but not the other.
The other end? No, I didn't know that.
I can't remember where that was. Now they put the ball back to the 15. So whatever Coach Creel's argument was, he won. So it's 2nd and 15. He saved them 5 right there. And I think he was saying that the side judge hadn't marked the ball ready for play yet. Wyatt in motion.
I think he was downfield.
He was moving. It doesn't. That's a screen pass that's going to go out to about the 22, but there's.
The timing was just off by seconds. He had turned upfield already.
Now, the line, the official on the near side called procedure on the defense was his initial signal. So I think he just pointed the wrong way.
The sticks haven't moved, but they're.
Now they've signaled it against Lorain.
The umpire's calling it.
So now they're going to move it back the 5 yards from the line. It's going to go back to the 10. This is the 5 that we just got back. We're trying to wear this carpet out evenly, fellas.
The trouble is, all this is only taking 10 seconds off the clock.
Yes. Straight ahead, Solomon, nothing, maybe 3. Out to the 13. Timeout, Medina.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's 28-7, but you want to work on this when you can work on it. Clock management.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because you can't simulate it in practice. And.
Yeah, I see John Solomon is really limping, trying to come off the field here.
Of course, there was no school today, so a little bit different routine for the Titans on game day. But it was no school for Medina either, as Northeast Ohio
You had Neo today?
had Neo today. But, Tom, well, we got a minute. I want to thank Club TV 20 and the people that are here helping us out. Devin Hood, Alacia Tucker, I got her name right. Marquintez Graham, Zach Barago. Thank you, folks, for getting us on the air. And, of course, Terry Trout and Joe Bach do a great job behind us. Down on the field, our buddy Parker Kapranica comes home from Athens, Ohio to hang out with us on Friday nights. 3rd and 17. Salmon breaks going to swing it out. That's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah. That's the that's the cornerback. I seen he was making all those signals, and I think that probably had a lot to do with the coverage that he was signaling in.
That was number 21, Camden Sokolowski. Well, unfortunately, when you don't have time to throw long, and your passing game is the horizontal variety like it is for the Titans, as Gillespie is in to try yet another extra point. Ball down, kick.
Blocked.
That one blocked. He didn't get it up in the air. So.
Yeah.
34-7. Yeah, when you're relying on that horizontal side-to-side passing game, it allows people to come up and cheat, and that's exactly what you saw there as Sokolowski just was waiting for that pass.
I think he knew something going on. Remember I mentioned he's sending signals into the linebacker, which means I'm going to run a what we used to call in the old days a black coverage, where he comes up and lets the safety go back to deep. You know, it's a complicated coverage, but you see what the results are.
Yep. So that kind of let the air out of everything as the Titans down 34-7 now. Want to get into the half without any more damage, because any more damage and the clock runs. Seems like a minute ago it was 21-7, and we had a first down on the 14.
Mm-hmm.
Boot is away. That one is going to be into the end zone yet again. He's liking that. Hits the Chick-fil-A sign.
Yeah.
And Titans will start once again from the 20. Now, the interception was the result, but those early 5-yard unforced error penalties for motion and
Yeah, they made it
turned it into 3rd and 17 instead of 3rd and 7.
where you had to throw the ball
Right.
rather than run it. And like I said, Lorain has to be a running team this second half to keep him off the field.
Now, this is Osir Kimball in the backfield behind Chase Davis. Wyatt in motion. Tried to get it out to Noah Buchanan, had no shot, just did a good job getting rid of it. And once again, there's the no receiver more than 5 yards downfield, no threat to the back end of the defense, and they just know we can't block them long enough to do that.
I didn't see any linebackers blitz on that. I didn't notice it, but they're producing this with a 4-man defensive line.
And they're just reacting up on these, hesitations for the screen, not worried about somebody going by them. Oh, almost another one. That was intended for Hyra Williams, but it hit Abraham Maxwell right in the gut. We'll hear about that at Films tomorrow. That's why you play defense, fella. He read that. He is the deep man. 15 yards off the ball, and he just saw that coming. Made a break on the ball. 3rd down and 10. Still 2:46 to go. It seems like we were just here. Wyatt in motion. And no chance.
It's just a jailbreak kind of
No
rush
chance.
back there.
I'm not sure what that was going to be.
I counted 4 people not on the rush, maybe 5. So that means they rushed 6.
So the ball is on the 15. 4th down and 15. Timeout Medina, because why not? There's 2:29 to go. And the wheels have really started to come off now here in the latter stages of the second quarter.
Yeah.
With 11 minutes to go in the quarter, it was 21-14.
Lorain was down there and had to try it for a field goal, which was a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
And since then, it has been Medina and more Medina. They have touchdown passes of 22, 41, 65, and 12.
Yeah, we don't have total yards for him, but I'm sure he's pushing his average.
Well, he's at about 140 right there.
just on
touchdowns.
Just on the 4 touchdowns.
And you got to figure he's going to get another chance to throw the ball here.
Yeah.
Although with the short field, with the wind blowing. Good snap. Kick is away low. Going to hit. Hit at about the 35. Rolled. Going to let it roll dead at about the 42, 43. Let it roll. Did you see the kid waving it? That was funny.
He was watching some of that curling on the Olympics where they use the broom.
Exactly. So 2:18 to go. Medina with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 43. And the Danny Stoddard Show is back on the field.
See, they're only rushing 3. I would bring some linebackers in there to really put some heat on that quarterback.
He's got all day. Luke Wilson after him now. He runs. He throws on the move. Had a man stepped out of bounds. That was Carlos Corchado right in front of the Titan bench for about 4. That's like a handoff.
Mm-hmm.
Did a good job keeping his eyes downfield as he rolled away from pressure.
Well, he doesn't get that quick pressure, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because
He's so deep
Yes.
that he just got to turn and he's set to throw. Right there, see that? Steps up on the move. Got a man in the hole, first down. And that's his buddy Schramm again. Down at the 33. Gain of 6. That'll start the clock with 2:04 to go. Snap back. Running away from Manning on the move. Throws it again to the out and got a man.
They must work on the scramble a lot.
That's Austin Knowles, number 2.
Because as soon as he goes into the run motion, all the receivers come back to him.
Yep. Yeah, there's good eye contact between quarterback and receivers. And plus, there's so many of them that whichever way he rolls.
There's somebody over there, yeah. And there's always somebody in the middle.
Snap back. He's looking for it all. Now you've got the crossing route. That's Schramm. Schramm's going to get in. Schramm to the end zone.
He got a great block from
He sure did.
15. Nathan
August.
Okay, the names are back. Okay, Nathan August. I mean, that was a great downfield block.
That is his third touchdown catch, Brendan Schramm. 22, 41, and 22 again. And just like that, boy, the wheels have really come off. It's 40 looking for 41 here. Whistle.
Well, he's 16 for 18.
He's missed the 2 long ones. Not sure.
I think those 2 long ones are just to keep everyone honest. But his game is in the middle and yards after the catch.
Sees the field very well. Now we've got not sure what the conversation is. Osir Kimball, well, they were waiting for a body because Rico Anderson came out. Osir Kimball came in. Extra point from Gleski. Didn't get the last one up in the air, and it was blocked. That's back to his norm.
He put some height on that one.
41-7. And the Titans will yet again deal with it, and if the past is anything to be learned from, we're going to start at the 20 after they kick it into the end zone.
Yeah, I would hope they would use some time off the clock. I mean, the last time they threw 4 passes, all incompletes except the clock don't move.
John Salmon is really hobbling on the sideline. I don't know that we're going to see much more of him with the score this way. Of course, if it remains this, if the Titans don't score, we'll start the second half with the running clock. Ball away. That one's going to go into the end zone. That one hit short of the end zone.
Yeah, but it rolled for another 20 or 30 yards.
So another touchback. That's the 4th one of the quarter. It was 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Titans came out and scored in the first minute of the second quarter to make it 14-7. And then the wheels came off. 27 points from the 10:35 mark to now with 1:44 to go. And they're not in the barn yet. Kimball will be back with Davis. Let's see what the decision is here. They're going to give it to Osir. Osir gets a couple up the middle. That's going to keep the clock running. I don't think either team is interested in stopping it.
Lorain doesn't have any timeouts, and
Medina will take one home with them, I think.
On this half, I'm sure.
Minute 20 to go as they get the signal in. Second down and 8. Kimball again on the give, turns it up. Got about 3 out to the 25. That'll keep the clock winding.
Now, they don't have to take a snap until it's down to about
Well, they haven't set
37.
it ready to play yet. Now, I believe, it was 54 when he set the ball down, so I'm guessing they don't have to snap it till about 29.
Yeah.
If you watch the man in the black hat behind everybody, and you can't see him on the screen, he's that far back. When he puts his hand up and starts counting, Kimball's going to have a first down. That's going to move the sticks. That'll stop it well. They move it with 29 seconds to go.
I think now they could throw a pass.
Well,
You know, now they could try something, I think.
they wind the clock.
I see Williams over here, not well covered. They're giving him a nice cushion.
I'm not sure if they're really going to run a play. 10 seconds on the clock. I'm watching
No, they're calling him over.
They don't have to. The man did not put his hand up in the air, so we are done for the first half. And it's been action-packed, but not all on the good side. 41 for Medina, 7 for Lorain. We'll be back with the bands after this timeout.
Tonight, the musical bees are led onto the field by field commanders Emily Tondra, Chandler Loomis, Gabrielle Moreno, and Kaden Slaw. Please welcome the Medina Musical Bees. The Musical Bees would like to begin tonight with the second half of their 2022 competition show,
The Lord of the Rings. Set in Middle-earth, the story tells of the Dark Lord Sauron, who seeks the One Ring in order to return to power. The ring has found its way to the young hobbit Frodo Baggins. The fate of Middle-earth hangs in the balance as Frodo and 8 companions begin their journey to Mount Doom in the land of Mordor, the only place where the ring can be destroyed. Please enjoy the epic saga, The Lord of the Rings. The next song from the Musical Bees features a song by BTS. They're just some little-known group out of South Korea. As of this afternoon, when this script was being written, this next tune had just over 818 million views on YouTube. BTS sure can dance, but we think we might have them beat. Here is Butter. Tomorrow, the Musical Bees travel to the Horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus to perform at this year's Buckeye Invitational, hosted by the Ohio State Marching Band. The Musical Bees would like to thank the Lorain Marching Band for being such a gracious host this evening. The Musical Bees would like to remind everyone that because of support from community members like you, the students at Lorain and Medina will continue to greatly benefit from their school music programs. Please always keep up the support for school music. Thank you, everyone, and good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the seniors 2-3. Seniors 2-3. Ladies and gentlemen, Lorain City Schools proudly present the 2022 edition of the Lorain High School Titans Marching Band. Under the direction of Ted Terhune and assistant band directors Chiquita Jones, Julie Garcia, and Matt Gerhardinger. Our volunteer percussion specialist is Chris Wooten. The band is led on the field by drum majors Janiyah Johnson and Philip Calviel. For our first selection, we are going back to 2009 with alternative rock band Muse. Here is Uprising. Our next tune is international recording artist The Weeknd. Here is Save Your Tears. Our final piece is by platinum artist Dua Lipa. Here's Break My Heart. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the Lorain High School Titans Marching Band.
What kind of Titans are we? This is a question we have to ask ourselves every day as we walk these halls. In Lorain City Schools, we are passionate about kindness. We believe one simple act of kindness can start the movement that changes the world around us. As a school, our positive behavioral intervention and support approach, or for short, PBIS, model is rooted in kindness. Our goal as a school is to increase our students and staff's kindness to self, kindness to others, and kindness to our environments. When we increase kindness in our school, we will decrease the behaviors that interfere with the positive environments we want in every school in our district. Let's see what that looks like in our buildings. The expectation of kindness in our schools starts the moment you begin your day. Upon entering classrooms, it is important that we remember to be on time, be prepared and have technology and supplies ready, be engaged and maintain a clean classroom. Our Titan expectation to be kind to self, kind of others, and kind to our environment extends to the hallways, in our restrooms, in the main office, in the cafeteria, and on school transportation. Our staff will be here to model, teach, and reward positive behaviors with the goal of creating a school culture of kindness. That's because the common expectations are designed to be the standard in every classroom and every school in Lorain City Schools. Titans, we know you can do this. Let's show the world what kind of Titans we are.
Back here at George Daniel Field, set to begin the third quarter. The Medina battling Bees 41, Lorain 7, so it'll be a running clock for the last 24 minutes or until Lorain gets within 30. Titans will start with the ball. Deep will be Rico Anderson, number 2. And I'm not sure if that's Osir Kimball, number 8 or not.
He always wears those.
On the near side.
Yeah, over here I can't read the number.
John Salmon is done for the night as he has his pads off and standing on the sideline just with the number 5 jersey on over here. As he had some lower body issues late in the first half. He had another big first half.
Yeah, he did.
100 yards plus rushing. And, of course, the 1 touchdown. Michael Gillespie, the busiest man in town, will kick once again for the Bees. High spinning kick.
This won't go into the end zone.
Nope. Down at about the 3, straight ahead. Hesitating and getting out across the 20 just. And that was Osir Kimball, number 8. So that's where the Titans will go to work.
Without Solomon in the backfield, they'll probably try to continue that passing attack.
We'll see.
See if they empty the backfield like they have been doing. No,
Julius Manning in at guard, number 90.
I think Osir is at the running back.
Motion? everybody moved but the snap. It was gonna be a trap play.
Oh, well.
Because Jeremiah Lopez came around to trap the outside backer. Dead ball, and we've had a lot of these tonight.
Yeah. That's a young team's mistake, things like that.
And again, you've got guys playing out of position for the last couple weeks. Chase Davis gets him set yet again. Motion. Straight ahead give. Kimball into the line. Hits the hole hard. Out. Got about 10 or let's give him.
Without the penalty, that would have been a first
10.
down, wouldn't it? Yeah, close to it.
They're going to mark him just shy of the 26, right at the 26. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. He's got the penalty yards and 5 more. We've run one play, Tom, and 1 minute and 40 has gone off the clock.
Yeah.
Kimball again into the line. He's not going to get the first down. He's going to get a couple. Going to be about 3 yards short. They're going to spot him at the 28 and make it 3rd down and 3.
I think they're in 4-down territory.
They have been all night. Of course, your big back is now out.
Yeah. Well, they're running the same offense that they were used to running.
Right.
But you can't go to the well too often.
That didn't go. That was the middle of the defense. Loss of about a yard, 4th and 3, and the punt team comes on.
I'd like to see maybe hit one of those jets. You know, you run a fake jet. Sooner or later, you have to hit the real jet to make the fakes all that much more effective.
Snap back is a good one. Kick is away, floating. Fair catch called for at the 44. That is Brennan Schramm, who I did not see in the band with an instrument at the halftime. So
that's the only thing he doesn't do on the field, right?
Yeah. My goodness, is he all over the place. 3 touchdown catches in the first half for Schramm. Of the 5.
Oh, he was an All-Stater last year.
First team All-Stater. He's played with some quarterbacks.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. His option is going to be where is he going to go next level, I got to believe.
He's gonna have a hard time equating the talent he's had throwing the ball to him the last 2 years. Stoddard is still at the QB. 5 receivers. This is just what they do. Steps up over the middle, had a man off his hands. That's the first one that could have been caught that wasn't, off the hands of number 6, Wojciak.
Who's had another couple touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's a receiver himself,
now, Tom, I know that he threw for 6 touchdowns against Avon. Was that a record of some sort?
I think somebody here, did we read that was a state record?
No. Screen pass, there's another one. And that's going to work.
What a block number.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That's going to score. Oh, no. Good hustle there, Joseph Wyatt. The screen pass game is all that. That is Carlos Corchado, number 7. Look at how beautiful this is set up. I mean, he's already back there.
Look at this block coming up by
the wide receiver out here.
Schramm, yes.
That's your All-Ohio wide receiver. And then Stoddard going to throw it. Got a man down inside the 5. That was a BB right there to Austin Knowles. I'm really impressed with the way he throws on the move and keeps his head downfield.
Yeah. As a junior, is he going to put on another 10, 15 pounds as a senior and work his way into Division I, Big Ten, like the last year's quarterback?
Yeah, we'll see. Whistle, and that's illegal motion. That's all that's going to do is give him more room. And I think what happened was the wingman moved forward before starting in motion. So that takes it back to the 8, second and goal. He's going to roll. He's going to throw. He's got a man. This is an easy pitch and catch, huh?
Wow.
That was Wojciak.
Back again.
Number 6.
So that's his 6th touchdown pass. So
8 yards. That's an easy one for what they've been doing. 47 looking for 48. The backup kicker's in. This is Evan Kodik, number 47. He's the second half extra point guy.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
That looked pretty good.
Yeah.
So 48 to 7, 6:11 to go in the third quarter. Each team with the ball once.
You know, this offense is what we've seen about 20 years ago with Kenton. Remember Kenton?
Oh, yeah, the Mox.
And the Ben Mox and Marty Mox, and the dad was their coach and everything. But Larry Laird, who's the coach at Medina, was the assistant in that.
Okay.
So that's where he learned this offense. But when he moved to Avon Lake, one of them,
tailback.
He had to have a fullback and a tailback. You're not playing football.
Right.
And he only lasted a year or two at Avon Lake before he moved down to Medina.
Right.
And you see the success he's had down there the last couple of years.
You know who else experienced great success with this was some of the teams that Mentor had under Steve Trevisano with Mitch Trubisky, who's in the NFL slinging it around now. And then they have, in the recent years, turned out of the same formations. That's a live ball, fellas.
You better not just walk away. Oh, he rolled into the end.
There's a break.
Yeah, you got to be careful about that walking away.
Titans have had some
adventures
on kicks. and
oh, well.
So, fortunately, it took that last hop. You don't want to give it to him at the 1.
Yeah. Lorain got a hold on the ball because the clock's down to 5.5.
I'm not sure why it stopped. It should only stop for scores and injuries.
Maybe a timeout.
Yeah. Late getting onto the field now. Now coming off the field. That's Taylor. Kimball goes up on the wing, 4 to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Chase Davis, there's a bubble screen that got blown up again. They're just, they're attacking those. That was Cooper Josefchik, who came in and was all over that.
Yeah. Medina is used to, when they see no backs in the backfield, they just put a lot of heat on the quarterback.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but every play needs to have a counter.
Yes.
And when you don't have time for the downfield passing, give straight ahead, fumble, ball on the ground. Medina's got it at the 20. Handoff was never completed.
That's where John Solomon not being in there hurts you a little bit. You got someone not used to doing that.
Now you got to keep the heads up. Once again, the clock is stopped.
Change of possession, is that why they're not starting it?
I'm not sure.
Well, all this does is cut down on his yards per game and his average.
Yeah, he doesn't have as much room.
Yeah.
Stoddard got a man for an easy pitch and catch touchdown. And that was number 12, Dylan Whitehill.
That's a new name.
Yes, it is.
Anything?
With 3:56 to go.
Yeah. You know, if you don't understand the passing game, it's a mystery how they can get so many people open.
Right.
But they understand the passing game. Everyone goes to whatever zone they're going to.
You know, and see what happened was you had the outside guy take the corner out.
And then he just kind of
ran right down the hash marks.
Yep, and just ran in right behind him.
Yep. And the extra point makes it 55-7. One play on that one following the fumble.
Yeah, they always is a mystery of how they do things if you're not accustomed to that. Like Lorain, we were always a big-time running team, so we didn't. Our passing game wasn't sophisticated like this.
You know what I have not yet picked up is how they're signaling patterns. I have not seen anybody on the sideline signaling anything.
Unless they're all reads, you know.
Well, I mean that.
Yeah, that's too sophisticated.
That's
I think at this
really
level. Really
sophisticated. Now I'm not saying it's too sophisticated, but we haven't seen any. We've seen one situation. Well, I guess it wasn't even that he kind of missed on a throw. But we haven't seen anybody not on the same page. Very, very, very impressive offensive display here. And once again, the kick goes spinning down. Rico Anderson at 15 puts the head down, gets out just short of the 20, and that was T.J. Williams, not Rico Anderson. So the Titans will take over there once again.
I see a lot of Medina in a huddle, and in there it looks like maybe they're going to put a second defense in or working some in.
They have been huddling their whole defensive crew and their whole offensive crew during situations like this. Just keeping everybody on the same page. And they have run a lot of different guys in.
They do. They do use a lot of personnel.
Like this looks to be pretty much a different secondary than we saw in the first half. Give straight ahead. Kimball going to get about 5. Just shy of the 25 maybe. They're going to spot him right on the 25.
And they're running in 2 or 3 players every snap. But I understand their defensive philosophy up front. They're running 4 defensive linemen with 2 linebackers. They're putting 6 out there. You can't block 6.
Right.
Because those linebackers are going to crash the A-gaps. You watch.
Kimball, first down across the 30. Clock ticks even though the first down was made, and the gentleman on the far side signaled to stop it. We are under 2 minutes in the third quarter of this running clock.
There's that.
That's no chance.
No.
That was number 82, Jacob Nunn, getting there to Davis and treating him rather rudely when he did.
You see the difference in the Lorain passing game. They had 2 real deep, but no one was crossing the middle. No one was stationary in the middle. You know what I mean? No crossing patterns. That's the difference between a sophisticated passing attack and one that just, they're working on it.
They have not had a handoff. They had one. It was called back.
Yeah, 2 and 1. Didn't one go for?
Well,
they went the other way. They went.
That's right. They did
2 sweeps.
Yep.
There's a nice run.
There's a nice up the middle. Got about 8 of the sack yards back, but it's going to be 3rd and 12.
Yeah.
That was Kimball. No, the 3 guys in the middle You know, that seems to be where the Titans have had most of their success, which totally surprises me. I mean, that we're playing a power game with them.
And they're doing some trapping.
Right. "20 seconds to go. This could be the last play of the quarter if they wanted to. Motion. Taylor. Davis scrambling. Davis pulls it down. Davis runs to the sideline. And that'll do it. That's the end of the third quarter. So we've played 3 at the George. 55 for Medina, 7 for Lorain. Back with more after this timeout. First play of the quarter is a punt. Short kick come up, fair catch right at the midfield stripe. That was Braylon Schramm. Just because we haven't been Schrammed enough, we'll have the younger brother come in.
Let's see, a 10th grader, I wonder?
Tom,
I don't know. The
roster was written on the head of a pin.
Yeah.
He's a junior.
Brandon's a junior. I wonder if they're twins.
Brennan is
no.
a senior.
Brendan's a senior, right. I thought they were both juniors.
Well, you know, this is one of those programs that is so deep that most guys wait till their senior year to get a shot.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that used to be the old Avon Lake concept.
Right.
Yep.
And you had Stoddard, who threw for 800 yards as a sophomore last year. Obviously, the heir apparent. There's a give straight ahead. They haven't run that yet.
That's a 29.
That was Aiden Dillon.
Yeah.
And that's a new quarterback. That is number 18, Chris DePasquale.
Hey, guys, just want to jump in here.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's be honest here. 48-point lead. It's tough. However, out of the 2 games on this schedule, Cleveland Heights and Medina were the biggest challenges, bar none.
Yep.
And coming out of this, next week we have Shaw.
Yep.
And heading into the playoffs, really all I want to see from this team at this point is getting some sort of semblance of rhythm heading into next week's game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got to take time out and regroup. Cleveland Heights having all they can handle tonight, down 21-7 to Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's as they step out of conference in week 9. There's a motion penalty. Medina hadn't had too many mistakes, maybe an offsides or 2 on defense. I think that's the first off. There's the jet sweep. We were ready for that one. That was Jeremiah Lopez making the play on Jay DePasquale, who I'm going to guess is the brother of the quarterback, Chris DePasquale.
That was Jeremiah's few tackles he had in this game. He's up in the rankings in the county too with 72 tackles.
They were ready for that one. So it's going to be 3rd and 22 with 9:45 to go as DePasquale gets him set. Trips to the near side now, motion. They fake the jet sweep, and that's not going anywhere. I think that's Noah Smith, 33. And they're going to punt. This is going to be the 5th time this season that Medina has punted, if they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jet sweep was, well, that was the jet sweep that Lopez stuffed. It's quite the respect for the punter.
I don't think he can kick it that far. It's just a guess of mine.
A little rugby style. That's going to be well short of the 2 hit.
He took a nice roll, but it rolled out of bounds. Thanks for Lorain.
I think about the 25 is where we'll start. As good a spot as any.
Change of possessions, clock stop.
8:52 to go in this one. Coach Creel looking to dial up something to have a little. The offense looked really good in the first half. They came out and made it 14. You know, they moved the ball in the first quarter. By first play, they ran a 45-yard bubble screen that was called back from holding. They followed that up with about a 40-yard run. Moved the ball, turned it over without scoring. And then finally, first series of the second quarter, they stuck it in the end zone to cut it to 14-7. Medina came right back and scored. Lorain moved down to 1st and 10 at the 14, and then the wheels came off. Missed a field goal. Jet sweep to Hyro Williams. Hyro cuts it up. Hyro's got a first down and more. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds is the only question. They're going to move the chains. They're going to put him out at the 36. $8:10 to go as the signal comes in. That's a Cleveland staple there from the bench. Chase Davis keeps it and gets back near the line of scrimmage.
Medina doing a polka over there?
Yes, they are.
Well, the Stockard was 23 attempts, 20 completions for 7 touchdowns.
Yes.
We don't have yardage on it.
No.
It was just too hard to keep track of yardage.
7 touchdowns. Davis, quick out, got a man.
And maybe a
That's
first
Noah
down.
Buchanan.
Yeah.
Let's see where he went out is the question. The chain crew thinks it's a first down. We're going to take it right out to the midfield stripe. 7 minutes to go as the ball is spotted, and the clock, of course, still moving. This would do something for some egos here if we could get one more in the end zone. Straight ahead give. Osir Kimball got about 6 or 7. Wholesale subbed about 6 just came, new bodies just came in on the Medina defense. 2nd down and 4.
Did our 9th graders play Medina yesterday?
I'm sure they did, but I don't know.
Okay,
don't know
results?
No, nothing.
And JV's playing tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Davis. Rico Anderson. Rico, oh, he's not down. Oh, there's a break.
He got spun around. He landed on
his
hands.
Never went to the turf and flipped the ball to a Medina Bee. Now, I'm thinking that this is an inadvertent whistle and Medina ball, but
I think the coaches might just explode on the Lorain sideline after that.
Well, he wasn't down.
We've got a replay right here.
Oh, yeah, his
Yeah,
left knee did drag on the ground. Okay. So
I thought he just put his hand down.
I thought he made a heck of a football play, and there was no whistle. So Rico knew. Straight ahead, that's Osier. Osier down inside the 35. More Bees out of the hive with 4:45 to go. Still Davis and Kimball in the backfield. Snap is back. Throwing. Long. Got a man. Taylor
First
to
down.
the house.
Nice little pass. Nice little catch.
First time tonight they've been able to get it downfield. And Tylen Taylor breaks the end zone on a 35-yard pass.
What grade is he in? Do you know?
I do not.
I think I might be having an old line up here.
Let's see. Tylen Taylor is a sophomore. Sophomore to sophomore.
Yeah.
Here comes Reggie. You had to find the block. You know, high school, you still get to put it on the block for the extra point, and that's what he was looking for. 55-13.
Nice snap.
Well, that had no chance.
Too low.
The bobbled the snap, and they never got it down.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, with extra points, it got to be a snap, a hold, and a kick. All three have to work.
Yeah, I think I don't know what happened on the snap, but Chase bobbled it, and it was on its side when he kicked it. So 55-13, Titans get a little something to feel good about coming down the stretch here with 4:17 to go. Now it'd be nice to get off the field one more time and give the offense a chance.
It seems like the Medina band has fun at these games.
I'm thinking that they do. And they put on quite a show at halftime. And they must have had almost a semi-trailer full of equipment that they brought. I see a big trailer out there. Looks like about a 30-foot trailer with the Medina Bee band logo on it.
And it carries all that equipment. Yeah.
And let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 school buses between the band and the football team.
Yeah.
Now, school buses hold 50 kids, so let's see, 10 times 50, that's a lot of kids.
That's a lot of kids.
And obviously, they're not doubling up these big linemen, but they have quite a following down there, the Medina Bees.
Yeah, very progressive school system. Spent a lot of time there during wrestling tournaments.
Yep. Reggie Williams will kick it off. 4:15 to go. The clock is moving. Just a pooch kick. Caught about the 28. Outside, nice move there. Outside the 40 to about the 42. That was Braden Walker, number 10. Second kickoff return for him tonight, I believe.
He broke a couple tackles until he got to Noah Smith. Noah knocked him out of bounds.
Got a few different jerseys out there for Lorain. Well, we just don't have a lot of bodies to run out on a Friday night and play a JV game on a Saturday morning. Is this Di Pasquale? It is. There's a screen. You see the difference in the timing.
Yeah. Well, he was under a rush.
Well, yeah,
which didn't happen with the varsity line out there.
Yeah, they didn't get as much of a brush block. Or 2:45 as they set the ball down. And this is just what they do. They do not hand the ball off.
Nope.
We said they average 4.5 handoffs a game, and they've had 3 tonight, I believe. And one of them was called back. Kimball all over that screen pass. That was 87, J. Di Pasquale. It's the Di Pasquale show here. Chris to Jay. Under 2 minutes as they prep for this snap. He's waiting as long as he can. He's not in any rush. There he puts the hand up. Now they'll snap it. Just like you were trying to run the clock out. There's in between pass. What a catch. Spinning catch there by Braden Walker. Pulled down.
Injury on the field?
It's T.J. Williams being helped up.
Okay.
That'll minute 30 to go. That was quite a pitch and catch as Walker made a great adjustment on the ball that was behind him and then kind of got horse collared on the way down. I guess they're saying it's the jersey, not the, the pads. Now this looks like victory formation, or are they going to punt?
I've never seen victory.
You know what it is? It's they don't go under center. They're going to kneel down.
Yeah, hands up. Here's a snap. There's the thing.
Yep. So Medina's had enough. 55-13 is going to be the final score here of the Dan Stoddard show. 7 touchdown passes for the Medina quarterback. Both teams will jog off and exchange handshakes. First series, Medina got the ball to start the game. It took them 1:20 to go about 60 yards, and it was the first of 7 touchdown passes, first of 3 catches, or touchdown catches for Brennan Schramm from 19. Dan Stoddard, a 22-yarder. But 8 minutes later, with 2:20 to go in the quarter, it was Schramm again, this time a 41-yard screen pass that was kind of an omen of things to come. John Salmon opened the scoring for the Titans with 1 minute gone in the second quarter, and it was 14-7. But it only took 24 seconds, and it was a 65-yard screen pass right up the middle.
2 consecutive screen passes
Jack
for touchdowns.
Wojciak, and made it 21-7. Now the Titans took the ball at that point and drove down and had first down at the 14, and were unable to convert, eventually missing a 20-yard or 30-yard field goal. And from then on, the ship be sinking. 3:30 to go in the half. It was Knowles for a 12-yard touchdown. And then just 37 seconds later, it was an interception and touchdown from Camden Sokolowski to make it 34-7. And as if that wasn't bad enough, with 1:44 to go in the half, Stoddard got another one to Schramm, and it was 41-7 at the half.
There was an interception in there that,
The third quarter was more of the same, as Medina scored on their first 2 possessions to make it 55-7, and the fourth quarter scoring consisted of a 35-yard pass from Chase Davis to Tylen Taylor, and that was the scoring. Thoughts, Tom, as we come into Week 10 next week?
That's what the game we've been looking for. Remember, we talked all season that now we can start talking about playoffs.
Right.
Because they win next week against Shaw that puts them somewhere around, the 12th, 13th team in the
they're in the playoffs.
They'll be in the playoffs, and they won't have to play St. Ed's if they can move up. Remember last year they just squeaked in there and they had to play St. Ed's.
I'm thinking that they're going to be somewhere between 15 and 11, depending on next week.
Beating Shaw is going to be an important thing to move up. Now they're going to play a tough opponent because that opponent's going to be up in the the 5s and the 6s.
It's going to be a road game.
It'll be a road game and be in a new stadium, a big stadium, and be fun for the kids.
Yep. So, let me get some thank yous here. First off, down on the field, Parker Kapranica. Got anything for us?
Just a little bit coming out of that game. So the score is obviously what it is, and coming against a team with possibly the best junior quarterback in the country, the best quarterback in the country, matchup for any team.
Yeah,
a tough matchup, and they do what they do. They are committed to what they do, and they believe in it. Yeah. Just as, like you said, Avon Lake believed in the fullback and a tailback. Medina believes in 5 wide receivers.
Yeah.
And we're going to throw it.
Yeah, and then for positives for Lorain, John Solomon continues to impress. It's really the injury bug has bitten him this year, coming off the ACL last year, but his numbers look really solid on outside runs.
Yeah, absolutely. Another good night before the injury bug bit him there, and we hope he is available for next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me do some thank yous here along with Parker and Club TV 20, Devin Hood, Alacia Tucker, Mark Quintez Graham, the alum, and Zach Baraga. We thank them. We thank Terry Trout and Joe Bach. And for my partner, Tom Bauer, it is once again a great time to be a Titan.